Shalom Yasharallah, this is Shaya. Just now realizing how contradictory my attire is today. I got an LA hat, LA Dodgers hat with a New York Giants jersey. But anyway, I just picked the next thing that was on the rack. I'm on the job today, only to pay the guys. I'm not, we not working. The installers aren't working because it's raining, but I got to pay them. So, that's what I'm headed to do now. But while I'm doing that, I'm going to, wanted to jump on this video real quick, talk to y'all about this truth, and just something that I was thinking about, Lord willing, through the Spirit, is, we know the end is near. We know everything. We know that the time is getting shorter. And with that said, the scriptures say, what manner of person ye ought to be in all manner of holy conversation. I know I'm butchering the paraphrase, but y'all know what I'm talking about, man. We're in pretty much the 2-minute warning, within the 2-minute warning of this kingdom. And what I wanted to talk to y'all about, this is particularly for anybody who has any doubts or anybody who is on the fence about whether or not to continue in the truth. And you have to realize, we're pretty much in the Super Bowl 2-minute warning. This ain't just a regular game 2-minute warning, right? We went through Babylonian captivity and had other games, quote unquote. We went through a lot of different captivities, and those were like the championships and all that. We won a lot of quote unquote games. So in other words, we survived a lot of history, a lot of things that have happened throughout history that has transpired. We made it, and now we are in the championship. This is it. This is to make it. So it doesn't make sense for anybody that has endured up till now to stop now. It doesn't make sense for anybody. Satan, we already know, is going to lose this so-called game. Satan is going to lose. We have possession. We have possession. And we're not kneeling down and running the clock down. We're still going for touchdowns. Think of it that way. Think of it like this is a football game, and say we're down 3 points. The score is 20 Satan, 17 the Most High. We don't look like we gonna win. The clock is winding down, but we already know we gonna win. Our victory is already predestined. Our victory is already predestined. All we doing is, getting our game plan together. That's where we at. If you are a sportsman, if you a brother that played sports, you know how important it is to not quit on a play, so to speak. Don't quit while we're out here. Don't say, oh, it's helpless, because the Hail Mary is coming. You know what I'm saying? The Hail Mary is coming. Those of you that know football, you know what the Hail Mary is. The Hail Mary is coming, man. So, don't quit out on the truth. Understand the times that we living in. Understand how critical everybody's role is. Because if you are of the elect, I only pray that me and mine are part of that. I don't I don't care if I'm the bottom of the elect. You know, because at the end of the day, when a football team wins the big game, the Super Bowl, everybody, all the fucking coaches, all the assistants, everybody gets a ring. You know, and all the elect is gonna get a crown. You know, so if there's no other motivation, man, you know, the motivation should be that, bro, we're going to win. You might don't know how. The game is rigged. This game is rigged, man. You know, Satan came out with the super firepower. The best deception that he's had in the history of humanity. The best lies that he pulled out. I mean, shit. All the other last captivities, the Israelites was black. This time, hey, yo, you know what? Let's pull out all stops. Let's make Christ white. Let's make Christ white. Let's make all the great people of history white. Let's have a selective outrage every time they make a great person in history black. Or when they tell the true story of great black people in history. Because that's what they do. I mean, Satan pulled his best fucking trick plays and all that shit. Flea flickers and all that. What you know about a satanic flea flicker, nigga? Satan pulled all types of stops and was only able to gain an advantage of 3 points. And we at the 50-yard line, last 10 seconds of the game, waiting for the Hail Mary to see who catches the ball. And you know damn well it's going to be somebody on our side. Somebody on our side is going to catch that Hail Mary and toe tap for a touchdown. So what sense do it make to quit on the game now? Because you know what? Let me tell you something. If you quit, the Lord will pull out a Brock Purdy. Mr. Irrelevant, a nigga that nobody thought was going to make it. And he going to be the hero of the game. So you go ahead and quit. The Lord, that you ain't stopping nothing if you quit. Because the roster ain't 53. The roster is 144,000 and 1/3 of Israel. It's really the roster is really 144,000, and the 1/3 is the people that bet on Israel with blood, because that they are Israelites through bloodline. I know I'm going real deep into the metaphor, but that's where we at. We in the closing moments of the fourth quarter. Satan has very few more tricks to pull. Satan has very few more tricks to pull. I mean, he got the C-hip, World War III, collapse of the economy. You know, he's got a couple tricks left up his sleeve, a couple trick plays. And he's going to demoralize a lot of the fans, which are the 2/3. And in the process, that Hail Mary is coming, man. But with that, I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna say shalom to the hopeful elect. Death to the nations. Don't never forget that we are Israelites. We do care about our people, but we want to see the destruction and downfall of our enemies, even those of our people, especially those of our people, because those are the ones that are holding us back. But you know who's holding us back the most? The elect that is still being stubborn and not getting it. So we got to get up out of here, man. So with that, I'm gonna say shalom.